Razaban IFL TV in association with MTK Global, making his IFL TV debut, Mr. Lee Cutler. Lee, firstly, welcome to the channel.
Thank you very much. How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Yes, very well, thank you. Looking forward to the weekend.
When did you get into the bubble?
Today, I tested, obviously. Didn't have to test this morning due to being positively, coming positive close to Christmas with COVID. So it was within the 90 days. So yeah, my coach is up in the room at the minute having to isolate, and I've been allowed to roam the hotel.
What have you made of the bubble environment? I'm sure you've seen many of the events of the last 9-10 months. What have you made of the environment and the facilities that are here? Oh,
unbelievable facilities. It's amazing, isn't it? It's I couldn't imagine being there week in, week out like most people are, like yourselves and stuff like that. But I can sort of, obviously when Brad eventually gets out of the room and I'm seeing around everyone sort of wandering around, I sort of imagine it as like, when you have like a fight at school and you know you're going to have a fight after school. It's all been said that you're going to have one outside school, and it's but you can't do anything in school, and it's that sort of atmosphere, you know. It's a bit weird, but yeah, looking forward to it.
We'll come on to your fight shortly on Saturday night, but obviously you've been an amateur. You've got quite a resume of a record, been around a long time, a hell of a lot of experience. Let's go back before the amateurs. What did you see in the sport of boxing that you said, I want to become a fighter, I want to get punched in the face, and obviously give punches back?
Yeah. I don't know, sort of around the time that Amir Khan sort of come out of the Olympics. I can remember my first sort of big boxing memory was obviously Amir Khan boxing, I think, on the ITV, and I don't know who it was against, but later on, I think it was around December 7th, Floyd Mayweather was fighting Ricky Hatton. So that's sort of my first boxing memory. I can remember sort of staying up, or I wasn't staying up, I was asleep, and when my brother come in, he woke me up when he come in so we could watch. I think I missed the first couple of rounds, but that's my first big proper boxing memory. It's a bit surreal, as probably Ricky will be in my opponent's corner this weekend. So yeah, it's a bit surreal for my first big fight, but I'm ready for it.
And in terms of your amateur career and your accomplishments, I know you won the national title a number of times. If you just want to elaborate on the details further.
Yeah, I sort of I've done all right as an amateur. I was on the wrong end of a few decisions, a few close decisions, a few times. You know, I wasn't the best out there, but I boxed with everybody and anybody that I could. Obviously, being down in Bournemouth, boxing's not a big sport down there, so we always had to travel. I won the novice under-20 bouts senior national title when I was just 17, just turned 17. Also that year I got to the Open Junior ABA. At the time it's youths now, the Junior ABA semi-finals, losing out to the winner on a split decision. So I had an alright amateur career. It's not the best out there, but I'm definitely more suited to the pro game. Pro game is more my cup of tea.
I know you already had about, I believe, 7 fights in the pro ranks, but with the pandemic kicking in last year, I know you're on the kind of the shows that were on the small hall kind of timeline. Were you a bit sceptical about when these shows are going to resume? When are you going to get the opportunity to continue with your career? Is this going to stop you? Is this going to take a year or 18 months out of your career? Did that go through your mind?
Oh, 100%. Sort of just before it all kicked off, we were getting ready. We thought a matchroom show for Chris, obviously, was coming down to Bournemouth, and I got told that I'll be boxing on it. So I was getting ready for that. I could have boxed sort of February on one of my manager's show down in Bournemouth, but we put that off because thinking that was going to be one in March, but then it got moved back to June, and then obviously the pandemic hit. Obviously first lockdown hit, and it was a bit sort of demoralising. I didn't think I thought it would be sort of around September by the time I boxed next. So took a little bit of time out, and then started getting back fit again, sort of around the end of the summer, feeling really good. And then obviously nothing come about, but I was positive this year something was going to come about, and now this big opportunity's come up, and I had to take it with both hands.
Who got the phone call?
Well, we was actually training down in the Matchroom gym with Ted Cheeseman. So Tony Sims said, "Look, I'll keep if I hear of anything about, I'll put your name in the hat and stuff." And then that night I got back, and then Tony Sims messaged me saying, "Keep your phone on, mate. I think Matchroom's got a fight for you." And that was sort of at the start of the year. So obviously my manager and that got the phone call, got told that we were going to be put as a reserve fight in case anyone tested positive with COVID. That was for the 13th of February on the Josh Warrington bill, and then moved back to the February 20th, was it? The Josh Kelly bill. which we thought we were going to have to be in the bubble for that one. It was looking like it, and then in the end we didn't have to be. And then obviously they give us a slot on this one, which is a bonus. We've got a dead slot, and so I've been fit. We've been keeping ready. And yeah, I just can't wait to get in there and do what I can do.
Fighting Bradley Wright, who's obviously also undefeated, who's also a national champion in the amateur ranks. You've been out the ring 15 months.
Yeah.
We saw Josh Kelly being out the ring for a period of time. He lost. Josh Warrington, a period of time, he lost. Does that ring rust? Do fighters sometimes underestimate the importance of activity? I know it's not your fault.
Yeah.
It's obviously a scenario that we're all in, but is that going through your mind now, 15 months out of the ring, or are you just your tools are just as sharp as they can be?
Yeah, it's just we're just trying to keep active in the gym. Really, it's getting the good sparring in, which I have been with like Svanty Fowler, Ted Cheeseman, getting in all sort of that British level sparring. Do you know what I mean? They'll be pushing on for world soon as well. So it's just, I know we're all in the same boat at the end of the day. I know Brad's boxed a lot recent than I have. Sort of he's to about a year. I think he's been out the ring. But that doesn't matter. That's out of my head. I've been getting the great rounds in, and I'm ready to go. I know I'm ready to go. I'm super fit at the minute, and I just can't wait.
Could this fight with Brad have waited to materialise? You're both middleweight. I think you were light middle,
Yeah.
and now you're obviously going up to middle.
Yeah.
So both being undefeated, both got talent, both are, people look upon to you as potentially going on to British, European, world level. Could this fight have waited, or do you feel like it's an opportunity that was presented now, and sometimes you have to take those opportunities when they are presented?
Yeah, 100%. It could have waited, but we're both. I think we're both in the same boat. We both want to jump at these opportunities. We're not getting any younger. We're still young, but I'm ready for this opportunity now. And when they come up, you have got to just jump on them, because we don't know when that opportunity will come again. Like I said, we could have waited around. I could have had a bit more experience, and so could have he. But we're both in the same boat, and it's just one of those. We've just got to jump at it, 2 feet in, and fair play to us both for taking it. Can't wait.
I'm sure you've obviously analysed his fights and looked upon his professional bouts that he has had. What have you made of his style, and is it something that you faced before or haven't faced before?
Not in the pro ranks. I've faced a lot of lads like him as an amateur, just very tall, a lot taller than me. I just think his style was made for me, perfect for. I've sparred him before as well, which is a very good 50-50 spar. It was literally just before my last fight. Very even rounds, it's nothing in it. You can't really take much away from sparring, because when you've got those 10-ounce gloves on, it's a different ball game. 10-ounce gloves are like bricks in the hand. So I'm just looking forward to it, mate, and getting in there. We're both putting it all on the line, both undefeated. Let's go.
I know sometimes when you fight in the small hall shows, the atmosphere is quite intense, quite lively, because it's so enclosed. Yeah. You're going to have no fans there. So does that aspect make a difference to you, or when you go in the ring, you're just zoned into your opponent, or do you feed off that adrenaline and the noise from the crowd?
Well, so long ago, I can remember sort of boxing in championships when there was literally no one there. It was literally just me and my coach, him and his coach, like as amateurs. When you box in championships in the middle of the afternoon or morning or whatever it is. So obviously, I haven't done that for a long time, and we'll have to wait and see on the night. I'm hoping it doesn't affect me. I think it'd just be like a spar. But yeah, we won't know until the night. That's the exciting thing about it.
You've been in the ring with, I believe, Chris Eubank Jr.,
Yep.
Josh Taylor as well. You've been sparring. So how has that helped you develop yourself as a fighter?
Oh, massively. It's confidence as well, just to show. And it's like when I spar these lads, I'm not going in there just to get bashed up. I don't get my head punched in. I do myself, justice. I get always asked, get calls still now, I think, for Eubank Jr. when he is back. All the time I'm asked to come back and help these lads out. So it just goes to show, it just gives me the confidence to show I am at this level, we're above this level. So it's just all beneficial for me, really.
What happens on Saturday night? How does this fight end?
I'm not going to predict how it ends. I'll just predict a win. I'm confident in getting the win. I've got the style to cause Brad Ray problems. I believe at times he'll cause me problems. We're both young and hungry, both got nothing to lose and everything to gain, which makes for a great fight, and I cannot wait.
Okay, Lee, wish you all the best on Saturday night. We look forward to the fight itself, and then looking forward to catching up with you after the fight. I hope you come out.
Can I just give my sponsors a shout out?
Of course you can.
Yeah. My sponsors, just want to give them more a shout out if you have a look there. Also got Concept, WNS, Motive Clothing, Direct Demolition, Main Unit, Location Service, Lava Star, ATC Scaffolding, and have a little quick look on the back there, LGN. So, yeah, there we go. Thank you for that. Yeah,
It's quite a lot of sponsors, I must say.
It is. You've got to in this game. They've kept me going through the hard time and the pandemic. So just thank them and hopefully get a little bit of exposure for them through this week.
No, absolutely, and shout out to them for obviously looking after fighters as well throughout the sport of boxing. Lee, all the best again, and we'll catch up with you Saturday. Lee Cutler, IFL TV, thank you very much.